Hi everyone! I'm finally back with a few journals that I made. First of all, I have to apologize for my voice. It's only just coming back. I have a cold. Yesterday I basically couldn't speak at all. So I'm trying to not talk too much in this video. I will just flip through the journals and mention a few things. These are all secondhand books, old book covers that I gutted and filled with new pages. They all have 2 signatures, and let's just start with the first one. This is a blue one, has an embossed title. It's called The Simple Life, which I thought was a very nice title. The spine is very pretty with gold embossing. It's not too big. It measures 4.5 by 7 3/8, and the spine is not quite an inch wide. As usual for my smaller journals, excuse me, it is rather simple. It's just a compilation of various papers like writing paper, packaging paper, gift wrapping paper. There are just a few simple pockets in this one with not a lot in them. This one actually only has a few die cut leaves. This used to be a paper bag, a really pretty one with like the ink splatters and watercolor stains or something. I did some machine stitching, and there are some lace and fabric stitched to the edges. This was a really cute gift wrapping paper that I used. I really like these cute little bats. They're adorable. There's some drawing paper. On some of the pages I folded over the excess. A music sheet. I used the negatives from the die cut leaves to make some little like small cards. There's that little that pretty stitched fabric lace trim. I don't even know what this technique is called actually. I have one page in here with this holographic or shiny, sparkly, metallic butterfly pattern paper. It's actually gift wrapping paper. Lots of space for writing and drawing. You can glue things into this book. You can tape some stuff in. but in general very simple. I attach book corners. I usually do. I ran out now, actually. I have to go buy some more. This is the second one. It's called Go Where Your Heart Takes You. Like, that's the literal translation. It's a German title. I tied this with a strip of fabric. Excuse me. Summer colds kind of are not that really great. I love this paper. And because I use this for the covers, I decided to go with this sort of color scheme with various shades of green and a little bit of teal. There is a picture from an encyclopedia in this one. There are a couple more, and then I just stitched together some off-cut strips of paper. They can be torn off to write little notes or something like that. There's butterfly paper, old book pages, and this really lovely. This is just it's not actually a trim, it's a fabric that has this pattern, and I just cut off little strips of that. It's I think it's a replica of some like 19th century furniture fabric, upholstery fabric. There's sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm not good at talking. An envelope pocket page. I cut this out of the encyclopedia as well. There is a single sheet envelope piece, whatever it's called, and just another scrap of paper. Ticket strip, more old book pages, mini envelope with tiny little letter paper in there. I really like this green packaging paper. It's a really pretty green. Excuse me. There's a fabric leaf. That was a book about various trees. There's a horse chestnut. There's another one of the little narrow booklets. I don't know what else to call them. This was from a pattern paper by Studio Light. There's a image of an island with a sunset, and I chose this one because it is basically the same color as the book itself. And a little bit of an outdated calendar. Oh, there you have the title of the old book. Trees and Shrubs. There's another envelope page. There's a little piece of fringe from the a shawl. I found this shawl in winter on the road in the snowy slush, and a few cars had already run it over, and it was shredded to pieces, but some of it I could save, and I washed it really thoroughly, and it's just the most amazing fabric, incredibly soft, and the colors were just beautiful. And I thought someone must have felt very sad about losing this beautiful shawl. There is a mini postcard that has some flowers on it, and another one of those illustrations. Glassine pages, illustrations from a book with some fabric flowers. Just some scrap pieces of paper. Another cutout from the encyclopedia, and here, this is a page from the encyclopedia. It's an old map of the globe. This one is the same size as the blue one. 4 1/4 by 7 3/8. I think it's even from the same publishing house. And I do think I have, from both of them, I have another one that actually has the same spine designs. I'm going to use those as well. And then the third one, this one is a little bit more extravagant than the other two. It's also a little bit bigger. Excuse me. This one measures 8 1/4 by almost 5, and the spine is just less than an inch. I covered the spine because the title wasn't that great and the spine didn't look that great, so I covered it with some shiny fabric, and I did a nice binding stitch. I used some of the a piece of leftover from the fabric to tie it with, and I stuffed it a little bit more than the other two. And you know, it's funny because usually I am not that big a fan of like peach colors, but this vintagey kind of peach tone, it goes really well with this sort of grayish green and teal, and the rusty brown, rusty coppery tone of the book. I really like that combination, I have to say. There's a lace pocket with some leaves in them. I'm so sorry. Having a cold when it's hot and sunny outside is just kind of the most ridiculous thing. I made some little cards. This is a layer of drawing paper, encyclopedia text paper, and some sort of I think it's called a deli paper. I don't know if it's exactly like deli paper, but something similar anyway. And then there's this shadow of the flower, and this is a piece of release paper, because sometimes I have these wildflower dies, and when I cut them, I cover the paper with double-sided tape first, and like this one didn't kind of make it all the way to the edge, but when I peel it off and the backing comes off in one piece, I actually have another flower silhouette, and so I thought this would kind of make a fun sort of journaling card. There's an envelope, page, pocket, some single loose sheet illustrations that I attached with a piece of fabric, lace fabric. Usually I would have done that with a strip of washi tape, but I found that the washi tape often doesn't really like to fold, and has troubles kind of adjusting to a folded position, so I just attached it with a fabric strip, and that works really well. This is a page about clovers. There are apparently a lot of different types of clover. There's another one of those flower cards, and another envelope. This one has a little secret leaf hidden inside. This is a wallpaper trim that I found in one of the old houses that we lived in, and I absolutely love it. I have to admit I use it very sparingly. Try to make it last as long as possible. There's a piece of music writing paper. Oops, the stem got a little bent. Well, this blank on the back, and it has, I've only noticed that before, something written in pencil with a hashtag, which I thought was very funny because at the time that this must have been written, there definitely was no such thing as social media and hashtags. There's this funny little pom-pom trim. There's another folded envelope and another flower card. Some more leaves in the lace pocket. Just a scrap piece of this pattern paper. Actually, it's sold as gift wrapping paper, but I could actually never wrap gifts with pretty paper like that because I know people will just tear it off and throw it away. I really like the center spread here because it's so surprising in a way, and the colors just go really well together. There's just a scrap piece of packaging paper in here. Another side pocket. Celery. So that was it for now. I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, if you would like to know any details about anything that I did with these books or in these books, just let me know in the comments. I will answer all of your questions if you have any. I will leave links below the video to my Facebook page and to my blog, and also to the page of a little store in Vienna that is currently selling my books, which I am very happy and excited about. It's a little shop where you can rent display space, and then someone else will actually be in the store selling all of your art. And we have a lovely collection of artists who do all sorts of things, like from sewing and jewelry making and pottery and all sorts of beautiful things. So if you are in the area, if you are around Vienna, if you're planning a trip to Vienna, I'll leave a link down below so you can go check it out if you want. And I hope you will have a very, very nice day. I will see you soon. Bye.